Story: The secret that changed everything. Athena stood by the grand window of her penthouse, staring at the endless city skyline. 5 years of marriage, built on love, trust, and shared dreams, at least, that's what she believed. Tonight, everything changed. It started with a simple notification. A message from an unknown number. You deserve to know the truth about your husband. Her heart pounded as she clicked the link attached. A video loaded, grainy security footage of a luxury hotel lobby. And then she saw him. Eric. Her husband. But he wasn't alone. A woman, younger, blonde, laughing, her hands slipping into his as they disappeared into the elevator. Athena felt her stomach twist. She had suspected nothing. Was she blind? Or was Eric simply that good at lying? She waited for him that night, sitting in silence as he entered their apartment. His smile faded the moment he saw her expression. Athena, what's wrong? She tossed the phone onto the table. The video played again. Eric's face drained of color. It's not what it looks like. Then tell me what it is, she whispered, her voice colder than she intended. He hesitated. I made a mistake. Those words echoed in the vast room. Athena clenched her jaw. A mistake? How many times, Eric? Silence. That was her answer. Tears burned in her eyes, but she refused to let them fall. Did you ever love me? She asked. Eric ran a hand through his hair, his guilt evident. I do. I always have. Then why? No response. Just the weight of a truth too heavy to carry. Athena stood, her decision made. I'm done, Eric. His eyes widened. Athena, wait. But she was already walking away, leaving behind 5 years of memories, love, and betrayal. As the door closed behind her, she exhaled sharply. Maybe this wasn't the end. Maybe this was just the beginning of something better. Athena stepped into the cold night air, her heart pounding as she left the apartment she once called home. The city lights flickered below, but inside, everything felt dark. Her phone buzzed in her trembling hand. Eric. She ignored it. Then, another message. Unknown number. You did the right thing. You deserve better. Athena frowned. The same unknown number that had sent her the video. Who was this? And why did they care? Before she could think, another message popped up. Meet me at the Grand Royale Hotel. 10th floor. Room 1015. Her breath hitched. The same hotel from the video. Her pulse raced. Was this a setup? A trap? Or just a cruel joke? Curiosity won. She hailed a cab and, within minutes, stood before the towering luxury hotel. As the elevator doors slid open on the 10th floor, her heart pounded louder. Room 1015. She knocked once. The door creaked open. Inside stood Liam Carter, Eric's best friend. Athena's stomach dropped. Liam? You sent me the video? His jaw tensed. You needed to know the truth. She swallowed hard. Why? Liam exhaled, stepping closer. Because I've been in love with you for years. Silence. Heavy. Suffocating. Athena's mind spun. Was this betrayal or fate? Athena's breath caught in her throat. Liam loved her? Her mind screamed at her to leave, but her feet refused to move. You knew all this time, she whispered, barely able to process his words. Liam's gaze was unwavering. I knew Eric didn't deserve you. I tried to ignore it, but when I found out about his betrayal, I couldn't stay silent. Athena clenched her fists. And you thought sending me that video was the best way? Liam exhaled sharply. I knew it would break you. But I also knew you needed the truth to be free. Silence filled the room. The city lights flickered through the massive windows, casting long shadows across the floor. Athena turned away, wrapping her arms around herself. I don't know what to do now. Liam stepped closer. You don't have to decide tonight. Just know that you're not alone in this. A lump formed in her throat. For the first time since the betrayal, she didn't feel completely shattered. She looked up at him, her voice barely above a whisper. Then stay. Just stay. Liam nodded. No more words were needed. Outside, the city buzzed with life. But inside room 1015, Athena had finally found a moment of peace. The silence between them felt heavy, yet not uncomfortable. For the first time in weeks, Athena wasn't drowning in her own thoughts. Liam was here. And despite everything, that mattered. She turned to face him, her heartbeat quickening. Why did you wait until now? Liam exhaled, running a hand through his hair. Because you loved him. And he hesitated, choosing his words carefully. I didn't want to be the reason you walked away from your marriage. Athena let out a bitter laugh. Turns out, Eric did that all on his own. Liam stepped closer, his voice softer. I never wanted to hurt you, Athena. She looked into his eyes, eyes that never lied to her. Then don't, she whispered. For a moment, nothing else existed. Just the space between them, closing inch by inch. But then, bang. The front door swung open. Eric. His face was twisted in fury, his knuckles white as he gripped his phone. So this is where you ran to? Athena's stomach dropped. He wasn't supposed to be here. Liam immediately stepped in front of her. You need to leave. Eric let out a humorless laugh. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. He turned his phone toward them, pressing play. A familiar voice filled the room, her own. A voicemail she didn't even remember leaving. I miss you, Eric. I don't know if I can do this without you. Athena's blood ran cold. That was from weeks ago. Before the betrayal. Before everything. Eric smirked. Still sure you want to throw away 5 years for this guy? Athena's hands trembled as Eric's smirk grew wider. He thought he had her trapped. That she would crumble under the weight of old emotions. But he underestimated her. She inhaled deeply, her heart steadying. That was the old me, Eric. Her voice didn't waver. The one who believed your lies. The one who begged for your love. But she's gone. Eric's smirk faltered. Athena, don't? No, she cut him off. You don't get to twist this. You broke us. And now, you don't get to act like the victim. Liam stepped closer, silent but unwavering. He didn't need to speak, his presence was enough. Unlike Eric, he didn't manipulate. He didn't beg. He simply stood beside her, waiting for her choice. And for the first time in years, Athena chose herself. She turned away from Eric, her eyes locking onto Liam's. Let's go. No more looking back. No more regrets. As she walked past Eric for the last time, he called out desperately, Athena, you'll regret this. She didn't even flinch. She had finally closed the door on the past. And this time, it would stay shut. Fire the end, or the beginning? Broken heart.